Good, happy Friday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, residents across state urge to conserve water during drought. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Award-winning trucks on the road today. Drive the longest-lasting full-size pickup, the 2016 Silverado Double Cab LT 4-wheel drive. Lease today for only $259 per month with no money down.
Make it McMulkin. Manchester's largest water supply is dropping. A voluntary water restriction is being considered by the city.
Our lake level is at an unprecedented minus 49.5 inches. I looked at data for the last 100 years, and we've never been this low.
According to DES, stream flow and groundwater levels are at all-time lows, and conditions are getting worse. A new drought map shows the areas of extreme, severe, and moderate drought expanding. Some areas are down 10 to 20 inches of rain. It's affecting private wells and community water systems.
It's hard to say whether we'll see improvements or not, but I would say for people to plan.
Governor Maggie Hassan spoke with DES, state and federal agencies, and local municipalities Friday about the drought. DES is now urging all residents to conserve water whether you live in a drought area or not.
Don't water your lawn at this point. Really minimize water use at home. Take short showers. Spread out your water use in the day.
DES also recommends repairing leaking toilets and replacing washing machines if they are 10 years or older to more efficient models. In Exeter, there's a mandatory water restriction in place, and the town is working on implementing fines for those who don't comply. The Exeter River, one of its main water sources, is down 5 feet.
The first violation is a written violation. Second violation would be a $100 fine, and a third violation would be a $500 fine and water shutoff.
Fines in Exeter will start being issued in roughly 4 weeks. The drought management team will be meeting again next month. Live in Auburn, Kristen Carosa, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that report. 5 injured in crash on Route 106 in Loudoun. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Those that make bold entrances. Release today the newly reinvented 2017 Cadillac XT5 luxury crossover for $439 a month at McMulkin Cadillac.
Well, right now, state police are handling this investigation. Several people were injured, but it is unclear right now how they are doing. Just before 1 o'clock this afternoon, police say 3 cars were involved in a crash on Route 106, which shut down the road for about 3 hours. 3 adults and 2 children were hurt. Loudoun's police chief says the children are very young and were sitting in car seats. The trauma team was alerted and 5 ambulances were called to the scene. State police say 64-year-old Cynthia Brock of Loudoun was turning left into the Cascade Campground when her Jeep was hit by 63-year-old William Marshall of Belmont, who was driving a Honda Accord. The impact caused Brock's car to cross the center line and hit a Subaru Outback being driven by 53-year-old Darcy Hamilton of Tilton. All of the drivers were taken to Concord Hospital. Loudoun police say it does not appear that alcohol or speed were factors. This is actually the 3rd serious crash in this area of Route 106 in recent months. In July, I was at the same scene when 2 cars were involved in a head-on collision. That accident sent 2 people to the hospital. And then in June, a motorcycle and car collided. Meanwhile, anyone with any information on today's crash is asked to call state police. Reporting live in Concord, Mike Cronin, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that report. UNH criticized for using donation for scoreboard. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
The entrances. Released today, the newly reinvented 2017 Cadillac XT5 luxury crossover for $439 a month at McMulkin Cadillac.
Robert Morin left a wonderful gift. Having worked at the university library for nearly 50 years, the quiet, frugal man gave his entire $4 million estate to UNH.
He did leave a small portion to the library, but beyond that, it was totally unrestricted.
The university announcing that $2.5 million will go to an expanded, centrally located student career and professional success center, and $1 million towards a giant video board at the newly renovated Wildcat Stadium. What might Bob Morin think?
And I think he would have been pleased with it.
But some in government call the video board funding perplexing when the university is about to ask the legislature for millions.
Sometimes I think the university system loses perspective of how much $1 million is to most of us out there and how far that can go on other things.
That money could go towards lowering the cost of education or maybe toward their capital drive for new STEM buildings.
The university issuing a statement saying while it's heard from people who disagree, it doesn't change its decision, saying in part, a facility like Wildcat Stadium is transformative to our campus experience in helping UNH to recruit the best and brightest students, build our campus and alumni community pride, and host events that are as excellent as one would expect from a flagship state university. Jasper thinks the university should reconsider putting that $1 million towards the video screen and instead go back to their original idea of fundraising for it. Reporting live in Portsmouth, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Manchester police move to encrypt radio system sparks heated debate online. Citizens of Manchester took to Facebook to object to the new city-wide police radio system. The previous system in place was absolute according to police, but residents valued the ability to stay up to date on local safety issues. The press release also said our decision had absolutely nothing to do with trying to hide any type of nefarious activity. Some Manchester residents disagree. One has to wonder what Manchester City has to hide, said one poster on the Manchester Information Facebook page where the press release was posted. State Representative Joe LaChance also commented on the post saying, I am calling BS on this. He also said he may introduce new legislation to block police from encrypting unless tactically necessary. And let us know what you think about that. How Donald Trump pre-tunted the birther movement for years. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Being there for my family. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Are you a birther, Donald? Okay, let me just add. Why doesn't he show his birth certificate? I think he probably... Because I have to and everybody else has to.
Today, I'm very proud of myself. Our president has finally released a birth certificate.
Tonight, for the first time, I am releasing my official birth video.
It was sort of strange that all of a sudden, for years and years, he wouldn't produce it. Then all of a sudden, when I put all that heat on him, he finally, begrudgingly... But he did produce it. He produced something. Trump again says he doubts the president was born in the U.S.
More than a year ago, the president's Hawaii birth certificate was released.
A lot of people do not think it was an authentic certificate.
How can you say that if this...
You won't report it, Wolf, but many people do not think it was authentic.
President Barack Obama was born in the United States, period.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Stocks close lower but post weekly gains as Fed meeting looms. U.S. stocks closed lower on Friday but posted weekly gains as investors designated key inflation data and looked ahead to next week's Federal Reserve's meeting. Sanders' new message to his supporters. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
You know what it's like? I'd like to help my country make a difference in the world.
Snowden, rated R. Please, anybody who supports me, do not think that Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form reflects the point of view that I have. What I have tried to do in my campaign is to say that we have got to come together as a people. And Chris, some of the most inspiring and beautiful moments of my campaign when I was out in California, I looked out in fields where you had black kids and white kids and Latino kids and Asian Americans coming together to try to transform this country and address the very serious problems that we have. Income and wealth inequality, the only major country on earth not to have health care for all of our people, etc. Public colleges, free tuition in public colleges and universities. That's what my campaign was about, bringing people together, not dividing us up. So please do not, anybody, confuse Trump with me.
What if it's the first day and you have President-elect Trump? What do you do?
Try to overcome my depression and then figure out where we go from there.
Except that, look, you see the polls. I mean, politicians never like polls unless they're in their favor. But
I see the polls.
This is a knotted up contest.
I agree.
It is a mood election. And the Democrats are supposed to lose by historical cycles, right? You had two terms.
All right, but here's, Chris, look, here's the other thing I would say to people.
Look, and I know people get angry when I say that. I know that all the people who support Clinton are going to come after me, but you got to be realistic.
I'm not arguing.
You're in a dead heat.
Yes, I'm not arguing. If the question is, could Trump win? The answer is, of course he could. And that's why I'm going to work as hard as I can to prevent that from happening. This is what I would ask of the American people. And that is, and when your media does not do this terribly often, put things in context. Do we have economic problems today? Damn right we do. How are we today when compared to when Bush left office and we were losing 800,000 jobs a month? Has Obama's economic performance been infinitely better than the trickle-down economics that we had from President Bush? Remember, that the world's financial system was on the verge of collapse, yes?
Yes.
All right. That we had a $1.4 trillion deficit, largest than our state. So you can criticize Obama all you want, but it really would be unfair to say that we're not better off today, despite our many problems, than we were under trickle-down economics.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.